Once again,
well, greetings. I have spoken this for many times that Africa, we have no shortage of food. Africa, we are not at hunger, as the people saying. The problem that I see is that Africa, we are divided in such a way we cannot help each other. We cannot move goods from one place to another. We cannot move foods from one place to another. That is the problem that we have. We are so divided and designed in such a way we cannot help each other. We cannot trade among ourselves. We see each other as enemies. So we as Africans, we need to think on these issues. People who are preaching and saying that Africa, we are at hunger, Africa, we have no shortage of food. They want to do business with us. They want to sell food to us. They want to introduce GMO foods and GMO seeds in the continent of Africa. I have done my own researches. I have moving around this continent, and I discovered many places where there's enough foods. As I speak to you now, Zimbabwe has enough wheat. Ethiopia has produced enough wheat. But the problem that we see today is division among ourselves. And this division cause Africa not working together to improve our infrastructures in such a way we can have free movement of goods and people, and also free movement of food from one place where there's enough food to the place where there's a shortage of food. And to prove this, as I speak to you now, we remember last year, DRC has joined the East Africa community, and we celebrated that now the East Africa community is going to be a big market. But recently, the people of DRC are demonstrating they don't want East African force. Just imagine we are talking about a superpower of East Africa community, where we desire to have maybe one army of East Africa, one currency of East Africa, one government of East Africa. But the people, some of the people, are not ready to welcome their brothers, their sisters. So we see each other as an enemies. So this is how we are so created and designed, so that we cannot collaborate. So, but what I want to say, we as Africans, we need to think beyond. We need to understand, in order for we as Africans to move forward, we need to collaborate, to come together, to work together, to join our hands so that we can move together. Not only in issues of foods, there's many issues. If Africa we decided to come together, look at the continent, how huge resources we have. But because we are so divided, we cannot share these resources. Yes, Africa, we have shortage of food, but not in such a way. There's places where there's enough foods. And that's why we are talking about, let us go and build good infrastructures, remove these conflicts that can undermine our development, can undermine free movement of goods and people. We are talking about continental free trade areas where we wish our goods to do business among ourselves, but not the good from outside. You know, sometimes we say this continental free trade area, we are going to sell for maybe goods from South Africa, and sometimes we are going to sell Chinese goods in this continental free trade area because we don't have enough industries. So we need to invest in industries so that we can sell, we can distribute African goods. We need to collaborate with China, we need to collaborate with America, but in a win-win situations. That was my opinion. I want to cement this because this is what we are just talking every now and then. We need to realize the truth and to speak the truth that we Africans, we have enough food. Let us work together. Let us share these foods to our fellow who have a shortage, instead of depending heads from somewhere else to come to help us. While we are in the continent, we have enough food. Let us do business among ourselves. Let us create wealth among ourselves. It can be done. We must do it, and it's our duty to do it. Thank you.